we do have vendor spots open. Sorry, paparazzi, paparazzi people. We already have a paparazzi vendor. Just email us at urbanembodiment313@gmail.com. Also, we have a day bus trip, given that everything has died down. Coming up that Saturday, August 1st.
We got that faith. It's going to be died down by then.
It's a day trip, and we're going to the Caribbean Festival, the Carabana, over in Toronto. So that's August 1st. Seats for that is $80 a deposit. It's $30 to reserve your spot. You do have to have a passport or enhanced license to cross the border.
You heard that.
And also make sure your record is clean, because if you can't cross the border, unfortunately, we're going to have to leave you there.
And I'm going.
And if you need information about that, follow us on Facebook, or you can send us an email as well, urbanembodiment313@gmail.com. And also, we're taking payments via Cash App, Zelle, PayPal, Eventbrite. There's really no reason that you can't pay.
Exactly. I'll even come get the money from you. I'll have my gloves on.
He sure will.
I'll have my gloves on, though. I mean, no, 6 feet, no check. But we will definitely get your money, because we're going to get you taken care of.
Safety first.
But like I said, today is St. Patrick's Day, and you look very festive today.
Thank you, and you look overly festive. I can't see your eyes.
That is good, because that is what I do. I've been over the top since day one.
Yeah, you have nowhere else to go, and I see your glowy fanny pack there. You got some glitter in there.
I know if y'all watching it live, you can see the fanny pack. If not, to the people that's listening to the podcast, it is beautiful. Trust me, I am gold and green. Understand that I am whipped dog. All right. I talk so cash. Anyway, but one thing about St. Patrick's Day that is very important is the drinking.
Libation.
And normally, we just do the drink of the night. But tonight, we're going to do a whole episode about some of the best alcoholic beverages one can drink if they staying in the crib. Because if you're going to be home, you might as well have fun, right?
Yes, but still, you do want to drink responsibly.
Yes.
Okay, so.
That's why you stay at the crib and just drink till you pass out.
I highly not recommend that.
Right.
But speaking of that, we got some great people in the building right now. Mm-hmm. We got the creators of Jubilee Wine. We have Mrs. Sophia Michelle.
Hello.
Hold on. Clap for her.
There we go.
And we got her husband, Mr. Perry Gill. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing well. How y'all doing? Thanks for having me.
Now, we got another guest in the building in a sec. We're going to talk to him in a few seconds. That boy a little bit on the classic side. We're going to talk to him in a second. But first and foremost, Jubilee Wine. And let me tell y'all about him, man. They've been here since 610, right? Now, I understand he produces some of the greatest wine ever. But I told him don't drink till the show gets started. Man, he been passing out drinks ever since he got there.
Why not?
Y'all see it be safe. I'm like, bro, save it for the show, man. Save it for the show.
Only half shots, though.
Don't believe him, y'all. So before we get to cracking these bottles open, I want you to tell me a little bit about Jubilee Wine, if they don't know.
Jubilee Wine is a celebration in every bottle. It's a party in every glass. You know what I'm saying? It's made with love, right in the heart of Detroit. And Jubilee Wine is on track to be one of the premier wine brands, if not the premier wine brand in the industry. That's our focus. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Sophia.
Yes.
Now, what do you think about this? When your husband came to you with this idea of starting Jubilee Wine, what was your first thought? I want to know before we get to drinking on it.
First thought. You really want to do wine? No, but I know he's really good as far as the culinary side of him. Mm-hmm. So him doing wine, I knew he would do well at it because he cooks and bakes very well.
Okay.
And he picks up really quick. And the first time he did it, I tasted it. It was great.
Okay.
Yeah, first time go. You know what I'm saying? That's how we do. You know what I'm saying?
How long y'all been doing this?
We started in November 2017, and we've been going strong ever since.
Okay, so now when you are at home cooking, do you create a wine tailored for that dinner? Like, okay, I'm making fish tonight. Let me make a red wine real quick. Or I'm cooking chicken today. Let me make a white wine.
Or actually, I focus on the wine flavor profiles, not necessarily the pairings.
Okay.
Because if I make enough good wines, you can fit it with anything. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Get a good sweet wine, you can do it with dessert. Nice dry wine. You know, if you got red meat, you know they pretty versatile. But I got wines for all occasions. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You don't have to eat anything with it. You just enjoy the wine by itself. You know what I mean?
And where did the name Jubilee come from?
That's what I want to inspire when people taste my food, they taste my wine, they get happy. I love it when they eat my food and they smile and they tell me how good it was. So that's what I wanted the wine to represent. I want it to be a celebration. I want people to be partying and festive because alcohol has a stigma of causing people to want to fight. You know what I'm saying? They get drunk and they want to fight. They want to brawl.
Yeah.
But not with the Jubilee.
Yeah.
Everybody drink the Jubilee. They just chill out. They
Happy
ready to
juice.
party.
No,
Yeah,
happy
juice. There you go.
Hey, yo, and I
I
want
think
to
that might be a new flavor right
Yeah,
there.
happy juice, right.
and I want to holler at our listeners right quick. If y'all could pass me that sign right there, please. You can call
should know the
in
number by now.
248-579-5260 if you're watching on the live stream. You can see the video.
Yes.
I mean the sign 248-579-5260. We want to know what y'all drinking while y'all sitting in the house. Y'all got some green beer? Y'all got some wine? Y'all got some liquor? What you got?
Where is the party?
Definitely. Governor Whitmer always told us to be cool.
Right.
She said events.
The showdown.
She said events.
It depends on what is. Okay,
Now you were just talking about the flavors and stuff. Name some of these great flavors because I know what you got, but let the listeners know some of these awesome names you got for your flavors.
One of the most popular flavors we have is the Triple Berry Blast, which is blueberries, blackberries, and raspberries, a.k.a. the panty dropper wine.
There we
You know
go.
what I'm saying? Oh, yeah.
What about the G-string dropper?
okay.
G-string popper.
Strawberry Sensation, got pink lemonade. I have some flavors that are kind of non-traditional, some things that people haven't really had before as it relates to wine. So I like to, kind of be outside of the box, not do something that everybody's already done.
Well, I'm glad you brought it to us today because we're going to taste some of this Jubilee wine and we're going to compare it to some of the most amazing wines on the table that's out there. So are you ready for that challenge?
Listen up, man. I will put Jubilee against anything you got in any liquor store anywhere in America.
All right.
I got
I love the confidence.
Nah.
I love the confidence.
Well, you know what? Crack the Jubilee open. If y'all can't see on the live, I was ready for this one. I got my Hulkamania mug for this one. I got my Hulkamania mug, brother, for this one. So it better be good.
With the hat.
And while he's opening up, right, with the hat. And while he's opening up that, I want to introduce our other guest right quick. Now, this young man, I done known him for about, 25 years.
It's been a while.
This young man, his name is Andrew, you know what I'm saying? But he goes by Classic 215. So, Classic, if you want to introduce yourself to the people right quick.
Well, my name is Classic 215. That's my stage name. Original name is Andrew Rambo. And I've been doing my thing for a while. Got a mixtape out. It's on that Piff. Y'all are pretty familiar with the app. Just type in Classic 215. That's Classic with a K and not a C. So that'll be KLASSIC 215. And it's also on YouTube as well. And I'm also working on the EP as we speak right now. It's called 5 and Out.
Now, one thing I know about Classic for years, Classic like to do music, but Classic like to drink too. So, Classic, are you going to hang with us tonight for our special wine tasting, drinking extravaganza we got going on today?
Indubitably. Come on now. It's only right.
Man, let's go.
It's game time. Let's go.
And like I said, while y'all sitting there right now, please let us know. I don't know if the camera can get he pouring them shots. I won't mind in my Hulkamania cup.
Okay, my bad.
This is for the Hulkster, brother.
Oh, Jesus.
And what are we pouring right now?
Right here is the Strawberry Sensation, just like Sister Lakeithia said before. Zoom in on that, drink responsibly. So we're not about to fill this whole Hulkamania glass up, you know what I'm saying? We got to save room for the vitamins, brother.
So would you like to tell us, now what kind of wine is this? Is it sweet? Is it a dry?
This is a semi-sweet wine. It's made with, I did a 6-gallon batch, and it was about 16 pounds of fresh strawberries. And it's about 6 weeks of love to get what you got right here. You know what I'm saying? So only thing I can do is just tell you to taste it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because the description is going to be in the bottle.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
There you go.
And what's the longest you've aged a wine? Like,
I have some dry wines, some dinner wines that are. I got a Cabernet Sauvignon right now that's about 2 years old.
Okay.
And that's phenomenal. I got a Merlot, excellent dinner wine. If you're a lamb drinker, a lamb eater rather. Hey, well, you might not have no teeth. You got to put it in the blender. You know what I'm saying?
Man, we go. Mr. Sound Engineer, you good? I'm good. You good? All right.
There you go.
He already, did he have? She had gave
You
me
want?
one.
Yeah, we good.
Oh, we got an extra shot.
I'll take it. So you said this is a semi-sweet, right?
Semi-sweet.
Yes, semi-sweet it is.
Oh, that's good.
That ain't bad.
I like that fruity flavor you got going on. Now, you talked earlier about your choices. Where does the spectrum from sweet to?
I make anything from bone dry to dessert wine. Because I want to be able to accommodate any wine drinker in any age range or demographic. You know what I'm saying? So I got something that will pretty much be pleasant for everybody. You know, if you are a dry dinner wine drinker, you like the pairings, you like the social aspect, you think it's highfalutin. You know what I'm saying? I got something for you. If you don't want to just party, you want something to taste like Kool-Aid. You know what I'm saying? So you can get lit.
There we go.
Hey, I got you on that one too. You know what I'm saying?
The sweeter it is, it's gonna be a creeper.
Oh, absolutely,
Right.
absolutely. And that's the thing, man. It'd be
Right.
smooth and sweet. But that's why I tell people this right here is 13.5% alcohol by volume.
Okay.
So, typically wines are like between 8 to 10%, 12% maybe, depending on where you're going. So, you don't want to take this lightly. You want to definitely drink responsibly. You know what I'm saying?
And what's your most popular flavor?
The most popular flavor, it kind of changes by season, but with the
Okay.
fellas, the triple berry, you know what I'm saying? They love that panty dropper wine, you know what I'm saying? They usually get the trick. I got one brother told me his last 2 babies came off of that.
Woo!
It's real sweet.
But
Coronial.
for the dry wine drinkers, my Cabernet Sauvignon and my Merlot is probably the more popular choices.
Okay. Now that's wine. How many wines did you bring for us to taste?
I brought 2 wines today. I got the Strawberry Sensation, and I got the Grape Expectation.
The Grape Expectation. So
I like that name.
the names is dope, ain't it?
Yeah.
So if somebody wanted to purchase your wines, how would they be able to get a hold of you?
They can contact us through Facebook, the Jubilee Wine page on Facebook, or you can reach me at 313-693-2072, or you can email us at jubileewine2018@gmail.com.
Okay.
For a donation.
For donations, yes.
Yes, exactly. Now we got here. You said this is the Grape Expectation.
Grape Expectation.
Tell us a little bit about this one while you're cracking it open.
Well, now the Grape Expectation actually was my attempt at a kosher wine. Passover's coming up. You know what I'm saying? Everybody drinking that Mogan David. What's the other one? It don't make a difference. Jubilee wine is the one you want. You know what I'm saying?
And real quick, not to cut you off,
Go ahead.
we just had Miss Marquinda Lewis and Donald Hood Billy Lewis. They're
yes.
married. They just had a baby. Congratulations to y'all. They're
SDID
watching it right now.
are making
Hey,
babies.
congratulations.
All right.
And they said they want a bottle right now. They said, "How could we just told if you checked it
Oh
out?"
yeah, she could give up those Shirley Temples now.
Because she said she just said she want to purchase a bottle.
Unless she's nursing. Are you nursing?
Donation.
Because she said we are
donations.
celebrating
Ask
the
her
birth of baby Lewis.
if she's nursing, she can't have any still.
So you can get you a we could get a donation for that. But
Hey,
go, man.
pregnant and nursing women, the doctors let you know 1 glass of red wine ain't gonna hurt nothing.
Right.
You know,
1 glass a day.
that's real talk. They used to say actually
Well,
red
yeah.
wine was good for high blood pressure, like 1 glass though, not the whole thing. Because I thought they meant the whole thing, so I drank the whole bottle.
No.
Thinking-
Not a glass like this with.
I thought it was gonna take me from like 140 down to 80. You know what I'm saying? 120, but it didn't do it that way.
But that is
It's good for your iron
levels.
levels too. It's good for your iron levels.
See, this that communion wine right here. That great. This that communion. You know what I'm saying?
The
Shout out to y'all
Dimetapp.
to that St. Patrick's Day. Where them other cups at so y'all can taste this.
Okay, yeah. Oh, y'all ain't finished with the other. Okay.
Oh, you know mine done. We're going to call you the Marvin Gaye wine.
Oh, there you go.
Now this is more of a sweet, right?
Yeah, this is a little bit sweeter. Yeah.
Man, okay, I like this. This is really good, man.
I ain't lying. That's that communion right
Man,
here.
that's that, like for real, where them little crackers at, man? The body of Christ, you know what I'm saying? Man, now, real quick, I know you got, we know, but let the people know about some of the wine tastings and different things you guys have done before. They kind of push Jubilee wine.
Okay, we had a wine tasting, actually one with you, with the speed dating / wine tasting. That went over very well. The reception for the wine was phenomenal.
Absolutely.
We had another wine tasting downtown. Was right off of Woodward. Couple of them downtown. And we'll do about 6 to 8 flavors. And the feedback has always been very good. You know, the wine has been very well received. And I don't want anybody just to try to tell me that it's good because I'm here and you think you're going to hurt my feelings if you tell me it's some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? If you don't like it, let me know because I really want to make sure we produce a wine that is desired by the people.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? If there's anything that we can do to improve our process, improve our flavor, improve the quality of the product, we definitely want to do that. You know what I'm saying?
And that's facts about them because, like I said, I went to the first wine tasting you got. I think I went to both wine tastings plus our event, and they are really open. Like they have a sheet and they want constructive criticism on their flavors. They did a blind taste test, and we didn't know what we were drinking. He put it out there. He mixed it with some of the top wines out there, and you judged it blindly. You know, but you came to UE Talk today. And we can't just go in here and pat you on the back and let them smile.
Absolutely.
We got to test them out. So we got some wine that we're going to compare to your drinks.
And in this corner.
Look, Keisha, could you first explain to them what else we got in my drink bag of the night? Number one.
Okay, this is Belletti Sparkling Moscato Rosé. It's a sweet wine, and the volume is not on here.
That's a 750.
Oh, wait.
750 milliliter.
Yes.
Oh, these are the alcoholic volume.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, the alcohol by bottle.
It's not right. It's not listed. So
Now I'm gonna tell you, I love some rosé, and I love some Moscato. I love some rosé. So you got it. Let's see.
This is 7%.
So we know you got them beat on the volume of alcohol. Now, is there like a normal limitation setting for how much alcohol you can put in something?
Yes, actually, for wine, you can't go above. I believe it's 20% for wine. But typically, if you're going up there like 18, the strongest wine we have is 16%.
Okay.
And
Which one is the 16%?
that was the banana strawberry.
That's the one I'm gonna buy a donation for.
Give a donation.
Look, I've never actually heard that before. So there are wines that go up to 20% alcohol?
Yes, like
Wow.
like a port is a fortified wine, and generally that's going to be about 18 to 20% alcohol. But if you go up above that, basically, you know, you're talking about liquor. It's different taxes and everything. That's how they base how much they're going to charge you is by how much alcohol is in the product. It's different tax brackets for it.
No.
But 7.5%, that's like the Capri Sun of wine. So
Shots fired.
This the juicy juice.
Okay.
Now,
The juicy juice.
now, Perry and Sophie, I like both of you guys to answer this. What drew you to wine in general, man? Like growing up, like, I mean, why wine? You know, us as fellas, we usually just want Hennessy, you know what I'm saying?
Guys
some
drink
straight
wine
vodka.
now.
You ain't
The
lying.
more guys
I'm
are
Well, no,
drinking
but that's
wine.
what I want to know why he did, though.
I started drinking wine when I was 14 years old, man. I ain't gonna front. But
We
it
do
was
not
like,
condone that here at
we
UE
don't,
Talk.
we don't. But that was the Cisco and the Mad Dog and all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Once I got older and I started, you know, with the beer, like the beer was my drink of choice. But the beer kind of gets you. I don't like the way that, you know, how you feeling between that and the liquor. You know what I'm saying? I might sip a little bit of liquor here and there, but the wine has me more relaxed, more mellow, and not, you know, feeling like I'm about to pass out or want to fight somebody. You know what I'm saying?
No. Let's say someone comes to you with a idea. Would you be able to customize like a drink? Like, can you make me a blueberry raspberry wine, or can you make me an apple peach wine? Is that something you be able?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Any flavor combination that you can think of, I'm pretty sure I can put it in that bottle. You know what I'm saying?
That's the thoughts.
Now, classic over there. You more of a liquor drinker, but I know you were dabbling in the wine as well. What do you think about what we've tasted so far?
It's pretty good, you know, but yeah.
When you put it that way.
Right.
That Jubilee is where to be.
Okay.
Now,
So right.
Are you feeling happy?
right, all right.
Is
Oh,
it
very
is it the
much so.
party?
shout out to that. Now, We just tried that Moscato Rosé. That was the one. Now, keep in mind, I want y'all to remember everything we tasted today, okay?
Yeah.
Because we got 2 more. Y'all still with me, right? Y'all ain't shaking up yet, right?
Man, I'm telling you, I'm good to go.
doing
Classic,
small
what about
cups.
you? You still good?
Come on.
All right.
Come on now.
Well, Lakeisha, introduce the next bottle we have here.
All right, this is the Winking Owl Sangria. And the volume on this is 10%. 10% alcohol by volume. And again, people, please drink responsibly, even if you are at home.
So now we going up a little bit on this St. Patrick's Day. You guys ready for this?
Yeah, we ready for it?
Now, I'm going to tell you, this is an inexpensive bottle of wine here.
Okay.
But I've actually heard sometimes, the price doesn't necessarily matter how good a wine can be.
That is true.
Okay. Because I've been places, man. I'm not going to say no restaurants. I ain't going to put them out there. But you done paid $15, $20 for a glass. You know what I'm talking about? And you like, man, what is this? It's water, dog.
Yes.
Yeah. That Boone's Farm, too, that 2 for $5. That strawberry daiquiri.
There you go.
That's good.
It's all right with me.
All right.
Now, Sophia, because you being all quiet over there, what about you? When did you first start enjoying alcoholic beverages? And what is your favorite one of what y'all got in Jubilee?
When I poured it down her throat, so
That's how what? That's a one.
I have to
You better
taste.
drink this, enemy.
Right.
No
I am-
delicious.
I am not a full. I am not a full drinker. I'm a social drinker, and I started drinking wine. You know, we would get together on in our fellowship, and I would drink during that time. Or if we go out, I would get like a margarita or something. But I like sours, whiskey sours and stuff.
Uh-oh.
But every time he makes a new flavor, or even the same flavors, I have to taste them.
That's good.
You know, every time, see, this is good. See, this is good. You know, what do we think about that? So I taste them. I drink because we make it. And sociably.
Okay, now you.
She drink.
Oh,
when I make her
and
drink.
my favorite, I have quite a few. You know, like the pink lemonade. I like the grape. I like them all, differently. Peachy, King, the triple berry. The strawberry sensation is kind of a favorite now. He's made a few strawberries, but this is like one of the better ones for me.
I got to say something real quick before we go any further.
What's the?
Look at, I want to tell her to talk to the mic, but the way she just looks at her husband when she tells her story, man, that's love right there. Now, I want to say that's real talk. She just looks at him and she just smiles when she's telling the story. You know what I'm saying? And I got to say, I love that black love, man, because, we got a lot of ups and downs in the world right now, man. And I can just tell the energy. That's a beautiful thing, man. Shout out to y'all.
Thank you.
Now, you guys have children, correct?
we do.
We got 3.
Okay, so now have you kind of created maybe like a recipe or a technique that they could follow, to kind of pick up?
I'm gonna tell you what. My dream is because I know I ain't gonna always be here, and I want to make sure that when I build this company to 100 million plus or whatever, they don't be discouraged and sell it when I'm gone. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm trying to steer them to that way, but they got their own. They're 16 to
Okay.
15 and 13-year-olds.
They got their
It's a
own.
different breed.
So
different
you wanted
breed
to stay in the family. You don't want them to ever sell it.
No,
Okay.
absolutely.
Okay. Okay. Even if the number's right, you don't want. Okay.
I mean,
Well, man,
we're
depend on-
open for a partnership, but we don't want it to ever just be out of the family.
I smell that because we on the same tip of urban body. The number got to be hell of a for us to just give it away. We work too
It had
hard.
to
You
be
know what I'm
like
saying?
it had to be like probably 10, 11 figures plus residuals.
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
When you know your potential is what it is, it's hard to just let somebody just get it.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Now, I got to ask y'all this before we open up the next bottle. I'm going to make sure we good for a second.
Yeah.
We talked about the ups, but what are some of the downs of starting something like this, man? Especially in a crowded market. I mean, you're talking about this, the alcohol market in general, especially the wine market, is hard to get into.
Yes.
Tell me some of the struggles of it.
One of the biggest struggles, even outside of the competition, because there's so many. You got major players in the wine industry. You got the Ernest Julio Gallo, you know what I'm saying, which is the biggest, distributor of wine. But they got their money off of off of Thunderbird, selling cheap bum wine in the hood.
Seriously?
Yeah. Mogan David.
So you do study the history of different.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mogan David, they got their money off Mad Dog 22. And that's what that
wow.
MD, That's actually
Yeah.
Mogan David. We called it Mad Dog 2020, but it was Mogan David, 20 ounces, 20%
Wow.
alcohol. That's what it was supposed to be. That's what was
Okay.
was
So he
being
sold the
branded
block
as.
drink first,
Sold
and
the
then he
block
was able to do
yes.
extra stuff to
Get
make
it,
it
'cause
act like he
it's
was
cheap.
bougie. Pinky
It's
up.
cheap and strong. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
But as far as one of the biggest hurdles is licensing. You know what I'm saying? Because there's so many, with the taxes and everything involved, everything that you have to have in place in order to get the license. Even though the license isn't that expensive, but everything you have to have in place before they will okay the license. So that's the biggest barrier to entry is the legal aspect. You know, as far as the law, the license and things like that. Pardon me.
Now, I see a lot of times over the years too. A lot of these,
Yeah,
he like that. Like, wait a
Hey, that is good.
Hey, no,
we know.
now wait a minute,
Yes.
you compete to get your own
Yeah.
drink, bro.
But that's good though.
But here's the thing. That's the thing though, because I will give credit where credit is due. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
I ain't gonna sit there and shade you.
And by the
with
way,
this,
Yeah.
but this
If you
Wicked
listen
Owl
in,
Sangria,
Yes.
this shit kind of go right
He's
here. You know what I'm saying?
he was referring to that weekend owl, and it's actually at Aldi's for $2.95.
Really?
It's actually on sale this week for $2.49 too because of all everything going on.
Yeah.
At
That's
Aldi's.
good.
It ain't better than these now. But let's get it clear.
Now, I'm gonna tell y'all real quick before we open up the next one. Also, I've noticed over the years. I'm 39. I'll be 40 this year.
What?
A lot. You gonna let me tell the story? You gonna let me
Over
finish?
the
Wait a
heat.
minute.
You gonna let me finish the story?
Over the heat.
But I'm still killing.
39, you a baby.
Ric Flair once
Yes.
said, "Oldest ride, the longest line." You understand what I'm talking about? You understand what I'm talking about? Woo! Shout out to Ric Flair. That
The
Nate
oldest
Ship
ride
boy.
is the shortest ride too.
Whatever.
You wait all that time to ride for 50 seconds.
I'm gonna need my sound engineer to edit that out of the show. But edit that. But anyway, a lot of times I've
quick with
seen
it.
the way people get their stuff over the years. You have rappers promoting the Incredible Hulk, Rose, different things. Have you guys talked to any of the influential people about sponsoring, tasting your wine and sponsoring it?
You know, I have had contact with some local entertainment. I'm not gonna name drop
for
right
sure,
now
for
because
sure.
Yeah,
it's
no
too-
problem.
Not till it's locked in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But dude is influential. He's been around, and him, his daughter, his wife, they all like the wine, but they got other things going on as well. So I know, ain't nobody just putting my stuff, before anything they got going on. But that is definitely, an avenue I'm willing to go because we got some local artists that got some buzz. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if my drinks is as good as I think they are. And I'm pretty sure they are. I know they are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
I just want to make sure that we get the right type of partnership. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I want to represent it well as
Yeah,
well. You know what I'm saying? You
absolutely.
don't want
Yeah.
everything associated with your brand either.
That's a
You know what I'm
fact
saying?
too. That's a fact too.
Because I want to make sure I don't alienate any demographics.
Yeah.
Right.
Because when you're looking at, my target market is everybody of legal drinking age.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't want anybody to think, oh, that's just for the young urban or that's just for the high fancy. No, it's for everybody that want to have a party when they pop this bottle open. You know?
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that because I've always been a proponent of that as well. Like obviously we call ourselves Urban Embodiment, so we call it urban because when you see it, you're gonna see some chocolate in the building.
Absolutely.
But my thought process has always been, we're a company that happens to be black, not just a black company. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like
Absolutely.
meaning anybody can rock with us. When we
right.
do Find a Bay, whether it be here, whether we wherever, anybody can rock with it. And I think,
Right.
because I think sometimes we limit ourselves by thinking we just going, when you talk about wine, I mean, who don't? You know what I'm saying?
Man, what? Yes.
Who don't? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Who don't? That's what I've been looking for.
Especially
Who
with that
don't?
name, Jubilee. Keisha, what you think about that? Jubilee is a really good name
It
that
is.
gravitates to anybody.
Yeah,
Yes.
it does. It does.
But speaking of wine, it's
Yeah,
time for
Robo.
contestant number
I don't
5.
like this. I don't like that arm motion here.
Hey, I've been in the house for a week. You gotta understand what I had to do with that arm strong.
Come on, boss.
Oh, gee.
I'm just saying right now, Jubilee 2-0. You know what I'm saying? Undefeated right
Yo,
now.
game time.
You caught what I said?
Oh, you said the arch? Oh, man.
Let them know what we got coming up next, Keish.
If we got some hand sanitizer coming next to
To the listeners,
You're going to need more than hand sanitizer.
Right.
You need soap and warm water.
to the listeners, y'all couldn't see the reaction. Y'all don't need to see it. Just go ahead, talk to me.
The next thing we have is Pinascal. Am I saying it wrong? Am I supposed to roll the N?
Yes.
Pinascal.
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 Pina Scala.
Pinascal.
And what is it?
It is a Blanco, fresh and fruity white wine.
Oh, okay.
Fresh and fruity.
Now,
I kind of like that bottle, man. I ain't gonna front.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
this
saying?
is a nice
That
bottle.
bottle's kind of.
This is 11.5%.
now,
Okay.
now you just heard that it not only is it fresh and fruity,
Yeah.
so it's gonna compete with your fruity wines.
Yeah.
We also gonna compete with your alcohol content.
Yeah.
So are you ready for that?
Yes.
Man, come on, dog.
All right. Well, if you could crack this open, please.
Matter of fact, hey, we gonna do this. Get another shot glass. And you talking about compete? We gonna do it side by side. You gonna do 1, 2.
Okay. All right.
Funny.
Shoot them at the same time. Okay.
Same time.
I did not know,
Overkill,
if
huh?
I may say, being I am one, I said a social drinker. I did not know so many people love wine. The
Yeah.
people we come. I love wine. I drink a lot of wine. I drink a lot of wine. One, some statistic he saw that I guess who drinks the most wine
Single women and hairstylists
drink the most wine.
drink the
But
most
you
wine.
know what though? But like Keisha said, a lot of gentlemen now are drinking wine. You know, Keisha known me for years. In my 20s to 30s, it was all liquor.
Okay.
But as I got a little older and the pinky start coming up, you know what I'm saying?
Wine,
I
I'm
start
telling you.
literally at the crib. I have nothing but wine. I don't have any liquor at the crib.
Oh,
If it
wow.
ain't Skittles, I don't have any liquor at the crib.
Okay.
And that makes sense because
Or when I'm with Classic, then it's liquor.
because
ain't
wine
right here.
wine is like the perfect chill out because you can drink a whole glass of wine and still be chill. Like you can't drink 6 ounces of liquor and
I
you
agree.
know what I'm saying?
And
You're
not
gonna be
hurl.
slumped over in the
Yeah.
And especially
Yeah.
now, as you get a little older, you on that date mode a little bit. You chilling with your girlie, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You want to, you don't want to chill with your girlie with some, you know what I'm saying? So rock and all that's cool, but you want to have a nice little glass of wine, a little martini, you know what I'm saying?
That's true.
That's what's up. But while we getting this together, I want to get over here to Classic a little bit because now Classic. You
Talk
also
to
got
me.
a partner that you work with in the music game. Because like I said, if we didn't catch it already, Classic does do hip hop. How long you been doing hip hop, man?
Over 15 years.
Oh wow.
Uh-oh.
Now, first of all, you do have a partner that you work with. Shout him out.
Shout out to my man's A1. You can go ahead and find him on all social media. His name is Al Jordan. You can find him on Instagram as A1 Live. That's AYONELIVE. A1 Live. That's my man's.
Now, what are some of the venues you guys have done music at before?
Oh, the Bullfrog, man.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, it's a rap for that. But we did the Bullfrog. We did Mixed Bricks. Let's see. A few State Fair events. St. Andrews.
Rest in peace, stay fair.
Man, we used to have a bar. See, he said all these places. We used to have we used to go hard in some of these places.
All the time,
Man,
bro.
if he say he performed at River Rock, I might just have to leave the show. I can't take it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You say his name is A1. What again, please?
A1 Live. AYONELIVE.
So, Classic, what made you get into the hip hop game in general, man?
Basically the family. You know, my cousin name was Big Boy, R.I.P. him. You know, getting to the car with him when I was a young dog, banging that Scarface. You know,
Oh, that was the shit. Like,
Ghetto Boys, all the late greats, even Big L. You know,
Ooh, Big L, New York. So
Yeah.
you just named some names. Do you have more of a New York influence, or would you say you open? Like, who influenced you in the music game, man?
really, honestly, anybody that even put their breath on the mic.
Okay.
You know, everybody.
So Lakeisha just influenced you.
Even
Jokey
singers.
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Depending on how they form their lyrics, the bridges, all that's one body.
Now, one thing I want to talk to you about, Classic, and I want to make sure the world hears this. You got something that a lot of people don't got. And me and you got the same thing. You know what I'm about to go? The entertainment factor.
There we go.
You know, we both can do what we do at a high level.
Exactly.
But we also have that personality, that personable ability. What made you all, because like I've been around you, I've seen you connect with, it don't matter if it's the president or somebody from Fairport. You understand what I'm talking about?
That's true.
Where did that come from, that ability to just connect with anybody?
you know what? I'm gonna tell you like this. Ever since my childhood, everybody that I intertwined with really just molded me as well, and vice versa.
Okay.
You know, you've been there from the start.
Facts.
You know, same thing with you. You know, so
I was there.
the people that was all around me, you know, helped mold and build me though.
So, what would you tell a young artist out there that done follow Classic? You know, because some people follow us just like with Jubilee Wine. You don't know who watches us.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you, I get messages from people that I never even knew I did somewhere. They get to tagging me and stuff, and I'm like, man, I didn't even know you knew that Whip did this stuff.
Yeah.
What do y'all, and y'all can answer this as well, when somebody tells you out of nowhere, you know, I love what you do, I see you out here, you grinding, what would you tell somebody that has a dream, whether it be to follow music or just like what y'all doing? Because both of them is kind of off the box. You dig what I'm saying? People gonna tell us, don't do that. Get a job. That's it. You know what I'm saying? What would you tell somebody out there that's watching you, and same with y'all?
Well, just keep on follow what you love. You know, don't give up. Keep pushing. You gonna have them haters there, but thank God for the haters though. If you ain't had no haters, you wouldn't be doing what you be doing.
For sure.
For you to be successful, you gotta have some negativity. You know, you got to.
Jubilee, what y'all think about that?
I think that's right on point. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to let somebody else dictate your future. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to, view yourself through somebody else's eyes. Don't let somebody else tell you what you think about you or what you feel you can do. You know what I'm saying? You have to dig down deep. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes people get discouraged because they don't have enough cheerleaders and enough external motivation. You know what I'm saying? But I'm telling you, that can fade because people's feelings, you know what I'm saying, they change like the wind. So if you don't have that deep down inside you're not going to have success. It don't make a difference if people in your corner or people against you or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? You have to look inside yourself and determine, is this really what I want to do?
Exactly.
And you know what? I normally don't do this, but I'm going to ask my partner a question here. Cleisha, I want you to bounce back, too, because I know you have a thought process behind this, too. What do you say if somebody's watching us, what we do, and, you know, they can't believe it? Whether they want to start a podcast, whether they want to do events. What would you tell somebody about having a dream but being scared because they don't know?
It's not easy, and you are going to have fears, and you are going to have doubt. But regardless of all that, if you believe and you have a passion, that's the one main thing. You got to have a passion for it. Without the passion, it doesn't exist, and it won't come into fruition. So you really have to be really patient, and it's hard to get the wheels turning, but once they turn and start turning, you can't stop them.
And I want to give a special shout out to my partner because, like I said, even though we collectively do the urban embodiment thing, she has her own business as well on the outside. I do stuff also individually. You know, we came together as a collective, but they're absolutely right. So anybody listening to this, whether today or 10 years down the road, know that it's possible. You're going to have the haters, but you got to have the passion. One time my partner made a statement on one of her speeches. Basically, you should live this. You should, you know, it's hard for you to even, when you go to sleep, it should cross your mind.
Absolutely.
You should wake up and think of, oh my God, it's 3 a.m, but I just thought of an idea that'd be dope.
Right.
Because I know I hit her with stuff, and this time she hit me with stuff like, it just popped in.
Right.
So never give up. We just want to say that. But enough about talking. I just want to make sure they sobered up. And now we're going to go ahead and do this side by side.
We drinking wine in between. Drinking water.
And once again,
Drinking water in between.
right now, we are comparing. Now, what did you pour for us to reshoot?
It was the Strawberry Sensation. Since this was a light wine, a white wine, we going head to head.
Yeah, hold it up.
Strawberry Sensation versus Piñascal Blanco.
Okay.
Fresh and fruity. You know
Now,
what I'm saying?
straight up. Now, do you want direct comparison right now, or do you want us to wait till the whole thing is over?
Do you know which is which?
I mean, it's up to you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the lighter one
Has the
one.
fizz.
Yeah,
Don't tell us which one it is. Just say the lighter one and the dark one. And then we'll say which one we like the better. The light one. No, I was gonna say we'll like the lighter one or the darker one better. Okay, how about that? Is that good?
Okay, that's fine.
All right, go ahead. Shoot them up, y'all.
Oh, damn, he want to do shots and shit.
Hey, why not?
Ooh.
It's Jubilee time, baby. Why not? Let's go.
wish I had some crackers.
I know we
should
should
bring cheese.
We
and
should
crackers.
have
We should
brought
have brought
Yeah.
cheese and
Yeah.
crackers.
And we should have known. We should have brought that.
Because you
Hey,
have
next
to
time we
clear
come back,
the
we're gonna get
palate.
it
Right.
right.
Wet the
That's
palate,
true.
clear the
You have to
palate.
clear the palate.
Next time we come back, we'll bring a cheese tray.
What's the 5 S's you have to sniff, right? You
Swirl.
swivel or swirl, swirl. Then you see or whatever it is. You check for the meniscus, right? The meniscus, and then you sip and then you
Savor.
spit.
Oh, spit.
But I don't spit.
Oh,
They were worried about me though. What I was saying.
Looking for quarantine babe. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Let's
Quarantine
get back
babe.
on topic. But I'm glad before we say what we thought about the drinks, I'm glad she brought that up real quick. The legs. I've always wondered. Repeat that because I always get confused. You swivel the glass. What do the legs mean in a glass of wine?
The legs is going to kind of tell you about the alcohol content. You know what I'm saying? Like the higher the alcohol content, the slower. Wow, man. Whoa, brother.
Just keep talking, brother.
Right.
Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here.
They can't see this on the pod and listen to that.
The higher the alcohol content, you know what I'm saying, the slower the legs are going to run down the sides of the glass. So you can kind of see, you know, what you're working with. You know what I'm saying? High alcohol content, low alcohol content. Like that doggone, the other one we had over there, the legs just ran right down to the bottom of the glass. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But you know, mine they be up there at the rim. You know, I'm just saying.
Right. Now, have you ever thought about considering making non-alcoholic beverages?
I have actually. It's funny you say that because I was looking at different ways to remove the alcohol. Because back in the day when I was all deep in the church, you know what I'm saying, I ain't drink,
Right.
but I still like the way alcohol tasted. So
Right.
Sutter Home used to make. Oh, can I say that out loud?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
I mean, that's up to you.
Now it's too late.
Okay, I'm saying, you bleep them out. You know what I'm
If
saying?
they edit what she said about me, we're not editing that.
Hey, you done
But
dropped
they
the
had-
bomb now, baby.
Right.
They had a line of wine called Free, and it was alcohol. The alcohol had been removed. You know what I'm saying? So it was like less than 0.5%. So it was kind of like the old duels of wine. You know what I'm saying?
Tell them about where you took it.
Oh
So-
man, listen. Okay, I was in college at that time. So this was many moons ago, right? And I took a bottle of that Sutter Home Free to my sister's party where all the college friends and everything was there. And I didn't tell them it was alcohol free. I just brought a bottle. They was like, "Oh, you brought some wine?" So I put it on there. Man, they opened that bottle of wine up, and she poured it and tasted it. It was like, something is wrong with this one. Like, no alcohol. That's all they was looking for. You know what I'm saying? It was alcohol. So
They had that kick.
man, listen, it was like one shot taken out the glass. I took the rest of the bottle. I'm taking out the bottle. I took the rest of the bottle home with me. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't feeling it because with the alcohol free. You know what I'm saying? But hey, they just like, what's the point? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm glad you said that because right now, lately, it's been in the last, year or two, the mobile bartender thing has really
Yes.
popped up
Yeah.
really heavy.
Yeah.
I don't know where it came from.
Yes.
I'm glad it did come around because you know what though, real talk, it
Yeah.
allowed us for private parties, private engagements
Right.
to have our own personal bartender. What do you
Right.
think about the mobile bartender explosion?
You know, I'm gonna say, well, anything to get the people drinking, you know what I'm saying? I'm all for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I like different activities or avenues where people can get out and be. Oh, which one you want, man?
Jubilee.
Okay.
Oh.
See, you know,
Did y'all catch that drop?
that's the people's choice. You know what I'm
See
saying?
how he was all calm and relaxed. You know,
If y'all make a commercial, he can wrap y'all
but
intro.
firm and assertive.
So,
The
Businessman, I'm a
Right,
businessman.
yeah, for sure. But I support everybody in this area. You know what I'm saying? It's individuals that's looking to start vineyards and plant the grapes that I'm gonna need to make my wine.
Right.
Individuals that have just standalone tasting rooms. So anybody that's in this industry, I support the industry. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I know I talk a lot of ish, you know what I'm saying, about the Jubilee wine, but I really do believe in our product, man. My shit
Right.
good.
Which
you
is
know what I'm
supposed
saying?
to.
Fuck.
Yeah, you should.
But I support anybody else that's trying to get it. You know what I'm saying? And anything I can do, like some people withhold knowledge and things like that. You know what I'm saying? I know other winemakers that's starting, and I've tried to share knowledge to help them improve their process to make their product better. You know what I'm saying? I'm not scared of no competition. because people gonna buy my product regardless.
Woo!
You know what I'm
Woo!
saying?
You better talk. You better talk.
Right.
Now, with that being said, like you just talked about the networking thing, and that's one big thing that we're a part. We love. Obviously, we connected with y'all through Deanna. Shout out to Deanna Dean.
Oh, what's up, cuz?
The dopest model.
That
DD.
damn Dean girl.
That damn
damn
big.
Dean
The
girl.
dopest
That
model in the
damn
world.
Dean.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Hey, shout out, hello. Hey, I don't mean to stop y'all.
Go
I
ahead.
want to shout out Dean, man. She was
Right, I forgot she was in. She was in his music video.
She was in my man's video, A1.
All right.
Called Ooh Wee. It's on YouTube. Right
Yeah, I
now.
forgot
Okay.
about that. I forgot
Hey,
about that.
hey, tell them where to check it out at. I'm gonna look for it.
Man,
right
make
now.
sure you let them know again, Classic.
Hey, one more time. The video called Ooh Wee.
Yeah.
Spell that, man. 'cause
Ooh
you know,
Wee.
ooh
It's
wee.
3 O's.
Okay. I said, because people spell
And
shit
a
all
wee.
kind of ways.
3 O's and
And a
what?
wee.
And a wee.
But like you said, you were just talking about networking, and we're real heavy on that networking and connecting, man. Have you guys ever thought about, since you guys do wine, maybe partner with, and I'm going to shout her out just for this. She won our mobile bartender battle, like La La Libations or any other mobile bartender
know
thing.
La La.
And then, maybe doing some type of collaboration in that.
I've briefly met Lala. If this is the same one I'm thinking about at the club she work at, ain't gonna name drop, you know what I'm saying? But it's
Out there in the field, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so
That's
the
right.
same one. Yep. So I'm down with any type of collaborations that's gonna help push my product out, push their product out. And I'm gonna tell you, if any of y'all out there, some personal chefs that's watching this podcast or listening, and you want to do like some date nights with the people, and y'all looking for a nice wine to pair it with your meal, you know what I'm saying? Get at me.
Man, listen, before we get out of here, I'm glad you said that, because I used to say that. I mean, with us, we know, because we met a lot of people in this business or whatever. You got people that do desserts. Then you got people that do dinners. And you got people that do wines. I'm like, man, if they came together,
Yes.
instead of just saying, I sell cakes, and that's cool.
Yeah.
But doing a whole night,
Yes.
you know what I'm saying, cakes plus dinners, and figure out some type of
Three-course meal with the drink.
some type of package, you know what I'm saying? You got a thing. And then you bring in entertainment. Talking about Classic 250, you know what I'm saying?
It's a total package.
But you really do. You got a total package, like, and that's one thing. I talked about it last week on our episode last week with the Black media influencers. Sometimes we do miss that opportunity. You know what I mean? That collaboration opportunity, because we want to just say, I'm just doing this and that's it.
And I think the main thing is people always are competing.
Yeah.
You have to, now friendly competitions, I get it, like, just to push each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just to make each other work harder. But competitions as far as where like, oh, well, they stuff ain't that. Come try my stuff and this, that, and the third. But what people fail to realize is when you come together, you're a force.
Man, listen. You obviously were doing the election last week, but we had Rena Risper in here from New Citizens Press, in front of Lansing, and she was talking about that. She said in Lansing, it only has so many people, maybe 100,000 people in Lansing as a whole. It ain't like
Yeah.
Detroit, you know what I'm saying?
And I think they shut down earlier today.
And she was saying that, like, people will do the same event, the same type of event on the same day,
Same day.
instead of like collaborating.
Absolutely.
And, and she
Right.
was saying that's just the craziest thing that people, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't make any sense.
It's like Democrats trying to split the ticket.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? You're not even thinking that if we, and like she just said,
Go get Trump back in office, nigga.
but it is really true though, man. It's really true. We do recommend everybody try to work on. I understand. Everything will not be the perfect collaboration connection for you.
Yes.
That don't mean you gotta write dirt on them. You gotta throw dirt on them. You gotta
right,
spit.
right.
It just is, do your thing.
Right.
Because if your product is what it is, it's gonna go to the top anyway.
And it's gonna speak for
Absolutely.
it's gonna speak for itself. And I don't know who said it, but I think it was my dad. He said, "You notice that AAA don't have a lot of commercials, but other competitors do.
Right.
But everybody goes to AAA.
Absolutely.
So if your product speaks for itself, you don't really have to push it that
Absolutely.
much. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying?
There was one, and I'm gonna leave it alone. But I am gonna say it right quick. When me and Lakeisha went to Puddin' Bay, way before we did Urban Embodiment, was on a bus trip with somebody. Not gonna say any names. It wasn't the best experience,
No.
but when we start doing our thing, we didn't go slander her name or
Right,
slander that
right,
person's name or anything
Not
like
at
that.
all.
We just said, here's an alternative. If you choose to rock with it, cool.
Right.
And we still told people, we don't, if y'all want to go with her, we totally understand.
Right.
Yeah.
That person slandered us. Like,
Yes.
what that person never realized is, I
Made
never
a
forget
video.
a whole
Wasn't it a
video,
video?
trash,
Slander.
A whole
a
video.
whole video trashing us up. And I'll never forget this. We ended up getting a person that ended up bringing 10, 12 people on our bus trip just because they was mad. They didn't like the way somebody was slandering. We didn't know the young lady. You remember that, right? Ended up buying 12. I'm bringing 12 people because I don't like how they slander y'all.
That's awesome.
Well, I just got the call. We got to wrap it up, y'all.
Okay.
See, that hour go fast, don't it?
It does.
Oh, and you forgot to mention on that. I got
Okay, go ahead.
I got to say this real quick. That same individual reached out to us to work with us on some
See
stuff.
that?
Wow.
See
You know what I'm
that?
saying?
Funny how the world balances itself.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You don't need me before I need you.
Now, guys, before we go, and I want y'all to say this because right now it's time to close out.
Yes.
So we do 60 seconds.
Okay.
Y'all can talk about whatever you want. The name of the segment is Talk Yo Ish. Now, when y'all going around, I also want y'all to make sure y'all mention, because we done tried all 5 now, which one you think was the best. And I want y'all to be real. Don't, because they say they want everything.
Absolutely.
So go around the room and talk about what you think about. And I'm going to start with Classic.
All right.
And also make sure you let them know again how they get a hold of you after your speech.
Yeah, your hand.
But tell them which flavors and drinks you like the best.
I'm rocking with a Jubilee.
All right.
Anything Jubilee,
The
I'm rocking
happy
with
juice.
it. That's
All
the happy
right.
juice. I'm with it. Talk my ish then. Okay.
Give us
Now,
some of that freestyle.
You can follow me on Instagram, Classic215, KLASSIC215.
All right.
Yes, indeed. Appreciate y'all having me here. We had a
Absolutely.
blast.
Thank you.
Y'all some beautiful people. Nice to meet y'all too, Jubilee.
Absolutely.
Love the wines. Great day today. Great
All
day.
right.
What's up?
Good deal.
Lakeisha, go ahead and talk to him. Well, no, wait a minute. We got to go to them right here. Yeah, you're
yeah,
right.
the
Go
guests
ahead.
have to
Sophia, you go first. Close it out.
Well, it has been my pleasure to have met you two. We met through my cousin Dee Dee, that damn girl, that
damn
Dean
Dean
girl,
girl.
and it has been great. I appreciate her for the connection. I appreciate you guys for how you are definitely networkers. Always you looking to empower and push and support, your people, and I appreciate that. And we want to support you as well. I thank you for this podcast. I'm more of the introvert. He's the extrovert. And,
Who ever heard of a team like that before?
it works. Right.
Yin and yang.
It is it's good. My favorite, of course, is going to be Jubilee. I do like that wink.
That
what is
winking
it?
eye.
That winking eye.
Shout out to that winking eye audience,
That
man.
winking eye, all right now.
It
Don't
is.
sleep.
So,
Don't
you
sleep.
know, no hate.
249. We
You
ain't even
know,
hate. No.
It's enough room for everybody.
Right.
But yeah, we'll check
Perry,
that
go
out.
ahead and talk to him.
Hey, listen, like she said, there's enough room for everybody, man. I can't sell wine to everybody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like Snapple said, I'm happy being number 3. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I appreciate y'all having us out here. And for real, I ain't gonna lie. Even if it wasn't my brand, Jubilee was the top 2. But that winking owl, I'm gonna tell you what. And for $2.49, man,
Can't beat that.
I'm gonna tell you, cause I can't even put it in a bottle for $2.50. I'm gonna tell you that right now. You know what I'm saying? Don't even come looking for Jubilee wine for $2.50. You ain't gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate y'all. I enjoyed meeting.
Absolutely.
Dude, I smoked too much weed to remember your name.
Hey, classic.
Classic,
Just
yeah, that's
remember
what I'm saying. You just said it just a couple minutes ago. But I
And he had
appreciate
a
what,
couple of drinks.
I ain't got nothing to do with that. But I appreciate the time that you spent. I appreciate y'all having us.
Yes.
No problem.
Absolutely.
I'm enjoying myself. I enjoy these other wines that you tried to put up against Jubilee.
Why his face frowned up like that?
Got the matte white with it. You know what I'm saying?
All
The
right.
undisputed champ.
And
right
one more time, how can I get a hold of you? Real quick.
You can link with us on Facebook, the Jubilee Wine, the Facebook page, or you can send us an email at jubileewine2018@gmail.com, or you can just call me and say, hey, we want to get at your wine. You know what I'm saying? 313-693-2072. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Don't leave a message if you get the voicemail. Send a text. I ain't going to answer.
All right. Lakeisha, close them out with your favorite wine and what we got coming up.
I like this purple
All
stuff.
right.
It's like put your
The
kids
communion.
to sleep. Give you kind of like that.
That's
Dr.
a
Temptation.
great back.
Say
Yeah,
the
great
name.
thing.
Make sure they get the name.
Say the purple
it is
stuff.
the grape expectation
From Jubilee Wine.
from Jubilee Wines of 11% alcohol.
Absolutely.
Yes, the purple bottle.
You talking about
Yes.
the purple stuff. That's
Make
like,
sure they get the name. If they don't see it, they got to listen.
I didn't want to say it wrong. I knew it was grape something, but it's the
Okay.
grape
Sound like a Sunday Delight
Yes.
commercial.
All
That
right.
purple stuff in the back of the
Love it.
refrigerator.
And let them know what we got coming up real quick before we close out.
All right, so we have the Small Business Expo coming May 16th at the Hazel Park Community Center. That's 620 Woodward Heights. Put it in your Google so it'll navigate you around the construction that's going on around I-75. But if you want to be a vendor, we do have vendor spots open. The email is urbanembodiment313@gmail.com, or you can message us on Facebook. We do have still the day bus trip to Caravana Festival. That's Saturday, August 1st. Deposit is $30. The remaining balance is $50. So it's $80 to go. You do have to have a passport or enhanced license to cross the border, and you have to have a clean record. So if they hold you at the border, unfortunately, we're going to have to leave without you. So you can also email us about that at urbanembodiment313@gmail.com, or you can follow us on Facebook, Urban Embodiment 313, or follow us on Instagram at Urban Embodiments.
All right, shout out to all y'all for everything, man. I hope y'all had a great time hanging out with us.
We did.
Yo,
Thanks for hanging out
real
with
talk,
us.
she's absolutely right. I'm going to tell you. I like that winking out. That winking out was dope.
Absolutely.
But shout out to that grape expectation.
Oh, yeah.
Expectation, man. I
Expect
like it.
Jubilee.
Great,
Jubilee.
right. But yo, you know what it is? Also, if you're single, you can always, because we still do the singles events, join
Yes.
Facebook, Singles Dating in Detroit, or if you're in
Yes.
Lansing, Singles Dating in Lansing. But you know what? We're going to get out of here and finish drinking all this wine and stuff we got. So I am Deshaun Whip Dog Whipple,
And I'm Lakeisha.
and we will see you next week. And Urban Embodiment presents you E-Talk. Have a great evening and stay safe.
Great night.